La di da, la da di da. Aha! Hey guys, Nimrod Villamarzo dito, and today we are celebrating our 10th episode here at Violin Village. Woohoo! Let's try to revisit some of the violins that we've had here right now. I do have the Avanzato and the Intermedio violin, so take a listen to this quick little sound sample. Now, for the past few weeks, we have had some promotions going on, and congratulations to those people na naka-avail ng mga promotions natin. For sure, in the future, we do have other promotions coming up, so stay tuned to that, and I'm 101% sure na you guys will get the support that you need when you're trying to set up your violin, as well as tips and tricks. You can just message us here at the Violin Village page. Now, speaking of tips and tricks, meron pa tayong special person na bumabalik na magjo-join ulit sa atin to share his insights about the violin. So mga ka-villagers natin dyan, matutunan ulit natin some of the things that you can do when you're at home from no other than the owner of Violin Village himself, Sir Chester Nimrod Elias.
Good afternoon, Violin Villagers. Good afternoon, Kuya Nimrod. Ilang episode din yung na-miss ko and medyo busy lang sa work, and thank God nakabalik ako sa ngayon to teach you once again ilang mga importanteng bagay about caring for our violins. Today, we'll be talking about how to tune properly using the peg. May mga katanungan yung karamihan sa atin. Minsan, ang iba nahihirapan mag-tune because your peg may be too hard or sometimes it's too loose that it slips. Medyo sobrang luwag na hindi mo siya lagay sa tamang tono. You know, a violin peg, as what I'm holding right now, this a violin peg, does not have a mechanical gear. Unlike sa guitar, eto meron akong gitara, yung pegs nito ay merong mga gears, kaya madali siyang itono, and it stays in place. But a violin's peg is only held by friction. Pinipihit lang siya nung friction created by the peg holes on a peg box. Napansin niyo, the violin peg, yung kanyang shaft, it's always thicker at the base part and thinner, mas maliit siya dito sa end part ng violin peg. The purpose of this is that it becomes tighter the deeper it penetrates. Ibig sabihin, pag nandito lang siya, hindi mo siya sinasagad, syempre maluwag siya. But if you press harder going inside, it locks. Humihigpit yung kanyang kapit. Kasi yung iba, they are expecting that when a violin peg is attached like that, they can just freely turn and expect the peg to stick in place. But no, you have to lock it sometimes for it to become fixed at a certain point. So, kailangan nyo siyang pihitin or i-tighten. Pag medyo matigas naman, so you have to pull outside kaunti. Yan. It's just like attaching a nail or a screw. Yung gamit nyo yung screwdriver, you have to pressure it inward. So if you want to tighten your peg's grip, you have to press inward while turning. Today, yan lang muna yung aking maibibigay sa inyo. However, ito, next week, I will tell you a secret. Do you know that we have a household item which you may buy at a grocery store, which you can use as a violin peg compound? Kasi bihira sa Pilipinas yung violin peg compounding, yung tinatawag nating peg paste. Minsan binibili pa natin sa ibang bansa. Meron tayo sa grocery store. Ordinary household item, but you can use it as an effective peg compound. Try to guess and write your answer at the comment section below. The first person to comment the right answer will get a free wooden shoulder rest, a full set of hardwood violin fittings, and a set of Amadeus synthetic gut core violin string set. Lahat ng yon, a total of 3,000 pesos worth of gifts. We will reveal the winner on our next episode. So, see you next week after this episode.
Maraming salamat again, Kuya Chester, for all of those information. Now guys, that's true, paunahan na talaga ito. Bahala na kayo dyan, mag-comment kayo dyan kahit hindi pa tapos yung video na to. Now the question was, what other item na available sa grocery stores that you can use as a substitute if you don't have a peg paste or a peg wax? As you all know, we have covered a lot of things na during our past 9 episodes. My humidity, changing strings, how a handmade violin differs from a factory-made violin, my tailpiece, my shoulder rest, etc. But now, since this is going to be our 10th episode, medyo may idea na kayo on the things that you are going to need and the things that you're going to do when you're a violinist. But I'm going to share to you guys other things that you can add to your arsenal para prepared talaga kayo in making music. So, divide natin ito in 4 basic parts. Preparation. So, tuner or pitch pipe. If medyo traditional talaga kayo, you can use this one. This is a pitch pipe for violin. Yung teacher ko before, ito yung ginagamit namin. Kasi during that time, wala pa yung mga digital tuners natin eh. Ngayon, meron ka na makikita sa App Store or sa Play Store. Another thing that you can use during the preparation stage is a muter or a violin mute. Now, may dalawang klaseng violin mutes tayo. Yung orchestral mute na ginagamit talaga when you're playing a piece, say yung second part ng Weissen by Pablo Sarasate. At saka yung another type of muter naman is the practice mute. So, may rubber type at saka meron ding parang steel type na it goes over the bridge para medyo ma-lessen yung volume niya. What I'm personally using is this one, the muter from Capayer. Medyo clip type na mute siya and it just clips over the violin bridge like this and then you're all set na to practice. One thing I like about this type of mute kasi hindi niya nasa-scratch yung bridge niya as opposed to yung mga metallic na mga mute. But if you don't have that, one thing that you can use as well, you can use that kimpet here on the bridge, on this side and on this side, and if may space ka, pwede din dito. Now, during your practice, you should have a metronome with you. Now, there are traditional metronomes talaga na you can buy that from, I don't know, from a music store or from Shopee or Lazada. But there are also metronomes na digital na. Metronome is very, very important like this. Keeps you on time. Yun yung digital metronome na ginagamit ko. And of course, you really need to have a music stand. But if you don't have a music stand, one thing you can do is to open your violin case, put it on top of a table, and then put your music dyan sa violin case, and then you can read your music from that. Another item that you can use during the practice is pencil talaga, especially if you're handling paper na mga sheet music. Mas madali kasi talaga guys if you have like finger numbers or some reminders across the sheet music para mas madali mong tandaan or para mas madali mong i-execute yung tamang pag-play. Fourth thing that you're going to use during the practice, either your clear book, your music notebook, or kung gusto mo digital, a sheet music app. One of the things that I would definitely recommend is Fourscore. I think 199 pesos to sa App Store, hindi lang ako sure. At saka one good thing about this is meron siyang feature na annotation or i-annotate mo yung piece. Kita niyo yan? There. Now, after your practice, kailangan mo talaga ng like a cloth to wipe off the rosin from your violin para hindi siya mag-build up. Another thing that you may need is a dust bag or a dust cloth that covers the violin on top. Yung mga violins dito sa Violin Village comes with a dust cover. Para when you're putting the violin on the case at saka hindi mo naman siya kailangan i-close, you can just put that dust cover on top of that. Now I'm going to go to some other extra stuff that you may need, like a varnish cleaner from W.E. Hill & Sons. But I really would be very careful about this kasi I had an experience about that wherein I was wiping off the rosin from one of my older violins at saka na tuklap din yung varnish niya. So it's better na you just have to wipe off the rosin every time after your practice para hindi na siya mag-build up. Another extra item that you can use is this one. This is a peg compound. So guys, mukha siyang lipstick. And this is usually used for pegs na medyo matigas i-twist or yung nag-lock siya in place. There are some other tools that you can put in your arsenal, but it's best that you just have to contact your luthier about that and just leave it to them. Kasi basically, your job is to perform your music, their job is to maintain your violin. Shout out muna tayo to some of our viewers, to Hoy Hoy, hello hello, Vincent Lim, Alberto Rotacchio Jr., sabi niya, shout out sir, heart heart heart. And then to Sheila Casaneda, once again, thank you sa pag-shoutout, sir. Nawa may promo sa birthday ko. November pa naman. Anyway, see you always, Kuya Nimrod, and keep safe. Advance happy birthday, Sheila. Don't you worry, there will be more promotions coming on soon, and for sure sa November, meron din mga promotions dyan. So, just stay tuned. Once again, guys, I'm Nimrod Villamarzo. If you wish to follow me in my socials, you can see that one anywhere here. There's going to be a series of tips and tricks from Kuya Chester. We will see you on our next video. Keep safe and take care.